you're new, my name is Veronica. If not, welcome back. And today we're going to actually be talking about getting over a breakup. And I think I've done a couple of videos on this, or maybe on my Instagram reels on this, but something that really helped me, I actually let me tell you a little backstory. I used to date someone for almost my whole life. I've been dating someone, which I'm so happy I'm not dating anyone right now. But I used to date someone for 7 years. And then I used to date, after that, I waited like a year or two, whatever. But then I started dating someone for 5 years. And so those were 2 long-term relationships, and how I really overcame that, right? So the first relationship, it was more of a toxic puppy love relationship. It was a middle school sweetheart. Yes, middle school sweetheart. And that was a little challenging for me to overcome, just because it was like my first love, my first everything. But again, with time, I think time really heals. And I was not as spiritual or as awakened or as wise as I am now. So how I dealt with it was really different from my second relationship, where I dated this person for 5 years. And I think with both of them, how to really let go of a relationship, how to overcome it, is first is acknowledging whatever you feel, validating whatever or feelings arise, and honoring space for that grief, because that is a loss, especially if it's a long-term relationship. You've built a friendship with this person, you've maybe talked to this person all the time, and all of a sudden you don't talk to them. So that is a loss, that is grief. So just honing into that and allowing yourself to feel whatever is, and acknowledging that, hey, I might feel a certain way right now, but that does not mean I'm going to feel like this in a month or in 2 months. So just accepting. I like to say these words of affirmation that really help me, but I can coexist with this feeling right now, because I know the core of who I am is abundant love, fulfillment. And those affirmations, whenever I say them, they just really help me go through things, because in the moment you might feel something, even if it's not a loss, even if it's not a breakup, you might feel super blue, super sad, super triggered, really in your ego. And whenever I say these things, it's like, okay, right now I might feel like that, but doesn't mean that that's how it is. It doesn't mean that I'm going to feel like this in an hour or in a month or in a week or in 2 days. And sometimes when I say that, I give it a day or two and I feel great after. So just, I think restraining from any action when you're in an emotional state, I think is best. But also, what really helped me get over a breakup was, there will be, during this grief process, or you getting over an ex, there will be moments where you will act out of ego, or you will act out of fear, and there might be shame that comes with that. There might be like, oh, anger, like, I can't believe this person did this. You might want to blame it all on them. You might act out. And I think being forgiving with yourself, and having compassion for yourself and the other person is important. And just also acknowledging that that relationship might have served you then, but maybe it no longer serves you. And so always surrendering, I think, really helped me and helps me now, is just surrendering whenever I am going through anything, especially when you're going through a breakup, is surrendering whatever you're feeling and putting that trust in divine source, God, energy, whatever you wanna call it. But just surrendering and allowing all those emotions to flow through. My Bengal cat's right there, Gigi. But allowing those emotions to flow through, because remember, you have to feel to heal. And taking accountability, 100% accountability for how you're feeling, because how you're feeling has everything to do with you and nothing to do with the other person. Because that's very disempowering when you give your power away to someone, saying, oh, this person broke up with me, or I broke up with this person, or this person cheated on me, or whatever, lied to me, or it's not working out. And for you to be like, because of that action, they ruined my energy, they ruined my day, they're making me feel a certain way. So taking your power back is saying, okay, that has nothing to do with me. She's just dropping everything from my counter. Gigi, she's dropping everything. But just taking your power back and saying, it has nothing, hey. Taking your power back and saying, this has nothing to do with me, and I surrender fully. I know that what is for me will be. And coming back to inner healing, because you attracted that relationship for a reason. You know, you attracted this type of person for a reason. So coming back to your inner world, inner healing. And I love doing, at least I recommend, when that happens, when it's fine, when it's over, let's say you guys just broke up, doing at least 3 months. And I know it's dreading. If you can't do 3 months, do 1 month. No contact at all. And I know this is going to be challenging, and I know it's going to be like, what if I lose this person? Maybe you want this person back, or maybe you want to just get over with it, or you want to never speak to them again. But just doing a no contact rule, and the reason for that is because you want to, in that month, you're really emotional, I think. For sure. You're very emotional. You're very in your ego. And so just withdrawing back, having no contact with them whatsoever, not over posting, not acting out of ego, but allowing yourself to come back, to reassess, to do some inner work out, do things that you love again, tune into a best version of yourself. And I promise you, when you do that, you will actually have the chance to maybe reconciliate with this person if you want, but you also will probably acknowledge that this person maybe wasn't for you, and that is okay. You know, so I think having a month to 3 months no contact not only makes you more attractive because you're more in your frame, but also allows you to really do some inner work and possibly really let go of this relationship. So I think it could like 2 in 1 in a way. So I know for myself, it's just really acknowledging and also becoming aware of what the attachment was. Remember, we attract our partner based on our unhealed wounds. So based on our unhealed wounds, we're attracting people, right? So if it didn't work, that's actually a great thing if it didn't work, because that means somehow it's just not working anymore, and you're now possibly can use this opportunity to heal something and attract something better into your life. So instead of, because remember, the only way to grow is to take accountability. Instead of saying, oh, it's because of them, and yes, it could have been because of them. Yes, it could have been that they treated you bad, but it takes 2 people always in a relationship. So just coming back as best as you can, because I know when you're going through this is not easy, but as best as you can, taking your power back and saying, how can I grow from this? How can I take accountability for this? It does not mean that what they did was okay, but how can I grow from this, and how can I heal from this, and how can I attract better and bigger things for myself? And so I love doing forgiveness mantras, because the more forgiving you are towards someone else, the more forgiving you are towards yourself, the more forgiving you are towards yourself, the more forgiving you are towards others. And I actually like naming, or 3 things that I learned from that person, that I learned from the relationship, because it allows me to kind of not harness any regret or anger, but allow it to have served me somehow, and it's easier for me to let it go after. So that's another thing that really helped me. Other than that, is time and knowing that you're going to be okay. You existed before this person was born, or before this person, you were in a relationship with this person. So you're going to be fine now. You know, it's all mindset. So shifting that mindset, shifting the mentality, coming back. And I love doing affirmations, remembering how amazing, unique, blissful, abundant you truly are is so important. And just having that compassion, knowing that it might not be easy. You might have certain feelings of grief or anger or whatever, or you might be upset, but just letting that go, allowing yourself to feel, because remember, you just feel that way because you're projecting it towards that person. Letting go of control and surrendering and trusting in divine and God, that everything's gonna work out as long as I do my inner healing, my inner work. Everything's gonna work out for the best benefit. Because remember, something can actually, let's say that happened, right? You guys break up. You can literally be like, okay, let me work on myself now. Let me do that no contact rule. Let me just do that inner healing. And you no longer have that energy towards that person, or you can have that energy harness you. And for like months later, a year later, you're still thinking about this person. It's like you literally kind of put your energy that you could have been doing something else, working on yourself for a whole year or whatever amount of months. So instead of doing all of that, I like to just accept it. And I know it's challenging. I mean, it took me a while to really let those relationships go, my first and my second relationship. But once I was able to really let that go, it feels better. I mean, you're gonna be okay at the end of the day, you know? So I think for sure, just having that compassion, I know it's challenging. Doing that no contact rule is actually you will actually feel better, I promise you, when you do that, because you will not only get your energy, like take your energy back. And when you do that, when you do the no contact, you actually take control back, take your power back, and you actually seem more attractive. So the person, even if they left you, even if they broke up with you, the person is gonna be like, why aren't they? And it cut off. But the person, when you take your energy back, the other person's gonna be like, why aren't they, you know, they're going to be in their head. So it's actually going to benefit you both ways. And the end of the day, you're going to be able to choose possibly, and you're going to be able to come back to you, to your inner healing, and you might not even want them back anymore. So definitely do those things and just honor yourself, be kind to yourself, know that everything's going to be okay. And I know it's challenging. I know when you're in the middle of everything, it's challenging, it's hard, you're going through grief, your ego might be scary, you might be scared, and you just have to trust, surrender, and allow yourself to take your energy back and put it on you, on your growth, to becoming a better version of yourself. And I promise you, everything will align perfectly for you when you do those things. Hopefully this helped, and I will talk to you all on the next episode. Bye.